creative, quite indulgent in whatever that we do, and we are explorers. Hi, this is Amit Porwal from Icon Projects Inspace Pvt. We've been practicing design and architecture for over more than 2 decades now, working pan-India and now globally. We infuse spaces with soul. So we've been very practical when it comes to design. For us, the sense of luxury is very sensuous. We understand luxury by the means of its simplicity more than the opulence. So that carries forward to our design, and being practical in terms of how do you want to infuse materials, textures, the layering that we try to do needs to have a lot of sensitivity in its format, and that is how we tackle with each project. So basically you're trying to ask a mother that which is your best baby, and that's exactly what I don't think that we'll be able to differentiate that way. But yes, in recent times we have just completed a handed over project which is in Raipur. It's a villa. It is close to my heart at the moment, is because the point here is that we have exchanged ideas, we have understood the elements, we have understood the nitty-gritties of the project and the nuances to an extent that we could understand how to build the scale, the proportion, get the right kind of materiality. As I always mention, that is very important, and it had a lot of signature as an element in the way we want to create a space. So I believe that's one project that I would like to isolate. But again, let me tell you that let not my other babies know about this. I don't want to be biased. See, I believe it's all about the reflection. Okay, when you are trying to design something, you need that to reflect. I believe not because mirror reflects, but I believe any design or any kind of an aspect of creativity needs a certain level of reflection. Using mirror in a project has to be very intelligently used, because there are many ways that it could either react or I would say act responsibly. So yes, when it comes to mirrors, we ensure that it has to be well placed, it is meant to be, and it does enhances the spaces, maximizes of course, and signifies, which is very important for me. For me, a use of mirror has to be very specific, and it should add as an element and not stand out. So that becomes very important whenever we are working with such kind of materials. So we as professionals have always realized that the environmental footprint has to be ensured that, and we don't waste or any kind of resources or energy in whatsoever. Luckily, and I think that responsibly, almost all the companies that we work with, all the materials that we work with, have understood the similar things. In fact, we have learned a lot that while you are manufacturing a certain material or specifying certain detail, now I have invariably the studio has a lot to select and choose from, which also matches our design elements. At the same time, it also allows us to ensure that we are able to create that on our mood board without hitting the environmental resources. And I believe that is what, as all responsible citizens in the world, we need to assure that. I believe glass is a muse of a designer, largely because probably this is one material which allows us to create endlessly, seamlessly, and it's a better way of transiting from one space to another. So right, and I'm personally quite favorite, for me glass has been one of my personal favorites all the time, because here you're in my office, you would see yourself that how we have played the entire areas, and how we allow the light to come in, how do we allow ourselves to be seen, or if we want to be seen. So it's very important as an element, because in today's spaces, especially with the urban spaces that we design, we realize that this is one particular material which allows transition. To me, there's a lot of dynamic. You can move with it. I don't feel restricted. I feel abundant, and that's how I feel that glass is well used in my projects. India is now embarking on a very different plateau, okay? And I believe all of us into this particular fraternity have a lot of responsibility in responding to what's really happening around. People have realized that there is a huge potential in lifestyle. They want to invest on lifestyle, and that's the reason that we get an opportunity of doing up spaces, whether it is luxury or whether it is modern or whether it is contemporary or classic. How we have to become much more careful about this is that, yes, how do we adapt them into the projects? How do we take that sensitivity out of it? How does it really embark? How does it elevate your lifestyle? Whether would you need it, whether you will not need it. At the same time, how happy will you be to possess that as a human being? So I believe that it's immense now in here, and we are so happy to be in this particular period where we are also practicing, likewise with my other fraternity, that we are just being exposed to the best of the best in the world out here.